With all the nails and screws and everything out of the top skin, I can just whip it off like that magic trick where you pull the tablecloth out from under all the bottles and they stay there. I think it'll be exactly like that. Oh man, the wind! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you remember, in the last video we took the curbside skin off of our 1961 Aljo, which was our photo booth camper, and this week I'm hoping to take all of the rest of the skins off of it. And once I've got the skins off, then I can finish my SketchUp model of this camper and really plan out the changes that are going to happen to rebuild this into a photo booth camper. I've still got the top wrap on this and also the street side skin on the other side of this. And all the windows and all the other stuff in there. So all that stuff still needs to come out. More nails to pry out. It's a little late in the day, but I'm going to stop talking and get to working. I do plan on reusing the side skins on this camper. Our side skins are not in awful shape. I may come to regret that in the future, but I guess I can always come back and replace them at that point. But we are replacing the top wrap because there's quite a bit of hail damage on it, and the front and bottom ends are kind of busted in. There's a little hail damage on the street side. But that's the side that no one ever really sees anyway, because we always put that away from the event. And we ordered that from Hemet Valley RV in California. Freight is probably the most painful part of that, but honestly it wasn't too bad to get it all the way from California out here to Wichita. But if you can find a local place that can produce those skins for you, I would certainly go ahead and do it. What's what for? That's where the taillights were.
What does this stuff right now all the way?
That's insulation.
What is insulation all the way?
Well, because it was all over it. Question answered.
Okay. I'm gonna take that roof lid off.
So you want me to put you on top of the camper and give you the drill and you'll take that off for me?
No, I can't do a drill.
Oh, you can't do the drill?
No.
How are you going to take it off?
You do the drill.
Oh, I'm going to do it?
I'm done.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to put a couple boards across the top so I don't fall through the roof and get up there and take the vent off. And then I'll take the rest of the nails out of the roof skin and we can pop that off. Wobbly. Okie dokie. With all the nails and screws and everything out of the top skin, I can just whip it off like that magic trick where you pull the tablecloth out from under all the bottles and they stay there. I think it'll be exactly like that. Oh man, the wind! Okay, so last day of taking skins off. I just have the street side to do, and I realized I don't know that I ever said anything much about the tools that I'm using to pull most of these nails out. And I know you kind of think like, oh well, you just use a hammer to pull nails, just pull them right out. But you got to get them out a little way before you can do that. And so the tools that I have found to work best for this, these little 5-in-1 paint scrapers, they have the little pointy end on it there. Gives you a lot of different ways to hook this up under there and kind of pull up on it and pop it loose like that. But for actually pulling the nails out, these here, I'll be honest, I don't entirely know exactly what you call these. Side cutters or diagonal cutters, I think, is what you'll find most of these. These are an old pair of Craftsman that I got from my grandfather, and he would probably roll over in his grave if he saw how I was treating it. But it's great because it has the little pointed tip on it. You can just barely get a hold of those heads, sneak it under there, and pry them out. So get a new pair. They're not too expensive, but these work really well for that. But before I get to the point where I can pull all the nails out of this, I might as well pull the windows, and the eyebrows, the electrical outlet, the taillight's still on there, so. So on some campers, you'll find a vertical row of screws on, definitely on the street side, which is, a longer uninterrupted side. You don't have a door on this side. A lot of times that's because these were built in a shop that didn't have a bending brake large enough to put the brakes in the siding. Horizontal lines are called brakes. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with this. It's just a little bit of history about the camper. But you've got to take all those out before you can remove these panels. The one nice thing about that is if you just need to remove one of these 4 sections, you don't have to take the entire thing apart. But got to take those screws out, and then it's nail time. Okay, I didn't get that on camera, but turns out I had that pretty loose. Ta-da! Okay, so there you have it. Pulled all the skin off, did it all by myself. Really only took me like a few days to do it, but you can do it in a day by yourself. So if you've got an old camper that you need to work on and you're thinking, oh, I'm worried about taking the skins off, don't worry about it. It is not that big of a job. It's very kind of slow and methodical, and if you have an old camper that someone put a bunch of silicone caulking on, it's going to be a little more difficult, but really, it's not that big of a deal. So don't be afraid to do it yourself. And one other thing that I recommend you do is, after you're done pulling all those nails, go and get yourself one of these little magnetic tools from Harbor Freight or really any hardware store, and go around and pick up all the ones you've dropped on the ground. Not good for you to step on a nail, not good for anyone else to step on a nail. So do yourself a favor. I think that's going to pretty well wrap it up for this week. Next time we will work on taking some measurements off of this so that we can make a SketchUp model of the whole thing, and then we'll make some changes and improvements to that model so that we can rebuild this a little bit nicer than it was before. So if you have any questions about what I'm doing, please leave a comment below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.